Wanna play psycho killer? Can I be the helpless cheerleader? Oh, so is this where I'm supposed to beg for my life? Please, Mr. Killer, don't kill me.
We all know killing is a crime. If that's so, the mass killing, is it a crime? When a law punishes an individual for killing, where is the law? When a government or one powerful individual kills the mass weaker population.
Roosevelt verlangt endlich die Bereitwilligkeit, ihm die Zusicherung zu geben, dass die deutschen Streitkräfte das Staatsgebiet folgender unabhängiger Nationen nicht angreifen, und er nennt Finnland, Lettland, Litauen, Estland, Norwegen, Schweden, Dänemark, Niederlande, Belgien, Großbritannien, Irland, Frankreich, Portugal, Spanien, die Schweiz, Liechtenstein, Luxemburg, Polen, Ungarn, Rumänien, Jugoslawien, Russland, Bulgarien, Türkei, Irak, Arabien, Syrien, Palästina, Ägypten.
Who wrote the law? And for whom the law is written? Is the law only for weaker nations? Or the powerful nations kills the weaker one in the name of law?
On my orders, coalition forces have begun striking selected targets of military importance to undermine Saddam Hussein's ability to wage war.
If USA can hit Iraq without a valid proof or reasons, can North Korea too hit USA without a reason?
Those missiles, which North Korea has been developing and threatening to equip with a nuclear tip and attack the United States with them. There was also the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, who gave a speech. In his speech, he had many of the familiar phrases that we have been hearing, threats against the United States.
Will the UN allow that? If not, why did they allow USA to destroy Iraq? So now tell me, for whom is the law? Who wrote the law? And who created the law? And who will give the final judgment? We are going to see about the major war which happened on Earth from 20th century. The First World War. Started in 1914 and ended in 1918. This war killed more than 70 million people. After the World War ends, there was a strange flu called Spanish flu, which killed more than 100 million innocent people. No one knows the origin of the flu. It's still a mystery. The Russian Civil War started in 1917 and ended in 1922. The starting of the revolution is a very crazy incident. In 1905, employees and students went to meet and give petition to the King of George in his palace. They shot them dead. The revolution started from there. This cost more than 1.5 million lives. The Second World War started in 1939 and ended in 1945. Started by Japan to take the control of the entire Asia. This war resulted in death of 100 million people from over 30 countries. The war was ended with the biggest nuclear blast human race has ever seen, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The Korean War started in 1950 and ended in 1953. It's between the both Korean countries. South Korea lost more than 1.7 million people and 33,000 were missing, where North Korea lost more than 6 million people and 1.5 lakhs people were missing. The Vietnam War started in 1955 and ended in 1975. This war is to show the military might. This killed more than 4 million people in Vietnam, which is 10% of entire country population at that point of time. This war also killed 60,000 American soldiers. The Sri Lankan War. It's from 1983 till 2009. This war killed the entire race. We don't know the exact number of death report. We may call it as a war or a mass killing. Finally, the global war of terrorism. It's from 2001 till 2013 and still continues. How do we know how many innocents were killed targeting the terror? In the last century, more than 50 plus wars were fought across the planet. which caused so many deaths and property loss. And finally, soon coming World War III, which will be known as the Bionuclear War. Most of the war in the last century has the direct or indirect involvement of USA. They're not only the greatest player in defense technology, but also they're the greatest players creating conflicts and war among the nations.
Shortly after, President Trump tweeting, quote, "If Iran wants to fight, that will be the official end of Iran. Never threaten the United States again."
The total number of deaths caused by war during 20th century is estimated more than 250 millions and maybe more. If you calculate it to the world population and keep the all dead bodies in one country, that would be the 7th largest populated country in the world. That is equal to 75% of entire population of USA, which is again 2.5% of entire population of the whole world. Why are we killing each other? What is the real reason? Is it for land or for wealth or to show the power? Who will ask the questions? Who has the answers? Who will stop this? What is the solution? What are we going to do? To read more about World War, log on to brainyIdiot.com. To listen to interesting videos, do like and subscribe Brainy Idiot in your social media. Stop killing and start living. Thanks for watching Brainy Idiot.